Hey guys, welcome back to Two Brothers Gaming Podcast. This is episode 68, and I'm here with Rylan.
2 away from 70. Moving up there, of course.
It seems like it took forever to get to 50, and then after
I
we hit
know.
50, it's like flying by.
It's flying by now. Well, it did take forever to get 50 because all the breaks and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, we did take a few, but
But
yeah,
before we get into everything, join our Discord. Like I said, past
like
3
6.
episodes. There's a few episodes, whatever. Join our Discord. We're finally at 20 members. So, yeah, 10 more. We're going to have a movie night. So, if you guys want to watch a movie, join. Why not? And also, just join if you guys want to talk about certain games or whatnot. Just chat with us. We'll chat with you guys about anything and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Starting up. Nintendo is suing Yuzu.
Okay, what I got here is Nintendo has filed a lawsuit against Tropic Haze, the makers of popular Yuzu emulator, that the Switch maker claims is facilitating piracy at a colossal scale. The federal lawsuit filed Monday in the District Court of Rhode Island, first reported by Stephen Todilio, is the company's most expensive and significant argument yet against emulation technology, and it alleges turns general computing devices into tools of massive intellectual property infringement of Nintendo and from working on Nintendo and others' copyright works. Nintendo is asking the court to prevent the developers significant financial damages under the DMCA. Is successful, the arguments in the case could help overturn years of legal precedents that have protected emulator software itself, even as those emulators for software piracy have remained illegal. Nintendo is still basically taking the position that emulation itself is unlawful. Foundation law attorney and digital media specialist John Lawyerman told Erez, though that not the core legal theory in the case. Also got here, the bulk of Nintendo's legal argument rests on Yuzu's ability to break that many layers of encryption that protect Switch software from being copied or played by unauthorized users. So using so-called proto keys obtaining from legitimate Switch hardware, Yuzu can dynamically decrypt and encrypt Switch game ROM at runtime, which Nintendo in its lawsuit argues fall afoul of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act's prohibition against circumvention of hard of software protections. A
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. So, for those of you that don't know, Yuzu is a Nintendo Switch emulator. So I
Yeah.
use it quite a bit. I also use Ryujinx, which is another Nintendo Switch emulator. So depending on what game it is, some games run better on Yuzu, some games run better on Ryujinx. So it just depends on the game and which one I prefer to use.
Yeah.
But if Yuzu gets shut down, that would definitely suck. That'll be a big hit to the emulation community.
Yeah.
Basically what I've seen that Nintendo was most annoyed about or mad about is, so when Tears of the Kingdom was before Tears of the Kingdom came out, the ROM leaked online about a week early because it
Yeah.
came out May 12th, so it leaked about
I
a
remember
week early.
we talked about it and everything.
Right. Yeah, so when it leaked early, obviously if the ROM's online, then you can play it on emulators.
Yeah.
So what Nintendo's argument is that they think that developers had an early copy or got the Tears of the Kingdom ROM online and was playing it early
Yeah.
on Yuzu to get it running good because when Tears of the Kingdom, before Tears of the Kingdom came out, like I said, it leaked early. So before even Tears of the Kingdom came out, the game was running almost perfect on Yuzu. So that's why Nintendo's like, oh, they probably have our ROM online and they're using it. You know, they're playing it to get it running early. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but what I think, I don't think that's the case. I mean, yeah, they might be playing it early. Everybody else is, but I don't think that's what's happening here. I think
Yeah.
the reason it ran almost perfectly before the game even came out is because Breath of the Wild was running
It's the
perfectly, and
same.
those
It's
games
basically the
are
same.
almost
Like,
the exact same, like the same
yeah.
engine and everything. So I think that's why Sky Tears of the Kingdom. I'm naming off every Zelda game except for the one I want, but I think that's why Tears of the Kingdom was running so good before it even released, is because Breath of the Wild was running perfect before that, and they're almost the same game.
Yeah.
So I really hope Nintendo loses on this because I want to keep Yuzu up. But only time will tell, and we'll let you guys know, like always, of course.
Yeah. You know.
All right, Toys for Bob going independent.
Yeah, this is a major company in the video game industry.
Yeah,
It's kind of
especially
crazy that they're
recent
doing
years,
it.
they really came out with banger after banger.
Yeah. Okay, what I got here, Skylanders and Crash Bandicoot developer Toys for Bob has announced plans to go independent. The California studio, acquired by Activision 2005, has worked on a variety of Skylander, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, and Call of Duty games since then. However, in a new statement released today, of course, I'm pretty sure the statement obviously wasn't today,
Right.
but got here by studio heads Paul Yan and Avery Lando or Lo Danto, sorry. It was announced that the developer will be going it alone. Over the years, we inspired love, joy, and laughter for the inner child in all gamers. The statement reads, we pioneered new IP and hardware technologies in Skylanders. We've raised the bar for best in class remasters in Spyro Reunited Trilogy. We've taken Crash Bandicoot to invasive, critically acclaimed new heights. With the same enthusiasm and passion, we believe that now it is time to take studio and our future games to the next level. This opportunity allows us to return to our roots for being a small and nimble studio. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, they've made like certain games that have like peaked, like Crash, Spyro, all that, the remasters and everything like that. They've
Right. They had the Spyro trilogy. They had the Crash trilogies. They had Crash 4, a
and
whole new game.
some Call of Duty
Some
games
Call of Duty
also.
games and other games, Skylanders, like it
Yeah,
said.
a whole bunch of different
So they've
games,
had a lot of successful games, and
Yeah,
definitely, I'd like to see them stay with Activision, but I understand where they're coming from. They think they're big enough and they're financially well enough to go by themselves and to
oh,
make
yeah,
games.
they are, but I feel like it would be best for them to stay with Activision stuff at some point, but I don't know really.
Well, they went on to say also that they're in talks with Microsoft to have a partnership. So they could still work on like Crash and Spyro and Microsoft Activision IPs still, like they're
Yeah,
familiar with. So we might still see them on something that we want them on, like Crash or Spyro or whatever.
yeah.
So hopefully that's
I
the
do
case.
I do have one more thing here.
Okay.
It says, and while we're still in the early days of developing our next new game and ways away from making any announcements, our team is excited to develop new stories, new characters, and new gameplay experiences they add. Our friends at Activision and Microsoft have been extremely supportive of our new direction, and we're confident that we will continue to work closely together as part of our future. In recent years, Toys for Bob has assisted in development was, as we said, like the Call of Duty series, um, and like Skylanders, Crash, all that,
Right.
just all those games, and everything like that.
Yeah.
But it says Microsoft and Activision like are being supportive about this decision and everything,
Yeah.
which is good. They're not really mad or
Right.
anything.
Yeah.
They're
I mean,
supportive about it,
I
which
completely
is good.
understand too. Like, because I mean, their parent company got bought out, so
Yeah,
I could see where they're kind of might be worried or whatever how stuff's going to go. But good for them. So hopefully they do keep that partnership going.
yeah. Hopefully they do good.
All right. So last week we talked about how there was going to be a Pokemon Presents, and now we
Hmm.
have the Pokemon Presents summary for you guys.
Okay. The Pokemon Company celebrates Pokemon Day with announcements including new events, collaborations with Pokemon Go, and a digital version of Pokemon trading card game called Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, set to launch this year. I got here. Pokemon Day celebrated on February 27th, marking the anniversary of Pokemon Red and Green's release in Japan. Announcement of Terror Raid battle events featuring Venusaur, Blatorus, and Charizard. Collaboration event with Pokemon Go, introducing Pikachu wearing Cap's hat and new Pokemon. And then I got here the trading card game, introduction of Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, digital version of Pokemon Trading Card Game, developed in collaboration with Creatures Inc. and DNA. Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket aims to replicate the card game experience digitally with Amuse cards, streamlined game rules. And then, as I said, it's expected to come out this year. So
Right. So yeah,
that's all I have for that.
just to recap. So I was right that Pokemon Legends game was announced.
Yeah,
So I was really excited about that. It's about the only thing I'm excited for out of that. But hopefully it's as good as the first one, if not better. But anyway,
hopefully.
just to recap, Pokemon Legends Z to A was announced, and it is set to
Mhm.
arrive in sometime in 2025. And then, like you said, Pokemon TCG trading card game, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon
Just a whole bunch of
Cafe
different
Remix,
games and
yeah, a bunch of
stuff.
different stuff. Pokemon Masters EX, Pokemon Sleep, and some more Pokemon Go collaborations and everything. And then some raid battle events for
Yeah,
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So there's no mainline Pokemon game announced. The closest thing is a Pokemon Legends game, which is still a spinoff. So
yeah,
maybe they're actually taking their time since Power Word came out and just pretty much smacked
yeah.
them down.
I feel
Maybe
like
they're
they're taking
taking their
their time. They're
time
like,
to make a
we
good
should
game.
make. Yeah, it was like we
Or
should make this game amazing, like the best.
or maybe they're
That's the
just taking
probably
this
the
year
mindset.
off to release maybe a Pokemon game as a launch title for the Switch 2 next year, since they said it was delayed to 2025. Who
Yeah,
knows?
they could do that.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. I'll probably release on both consoles if I had to guess, if
Yeah,
they do
probably.
wait till next year. But yeah, that's everything at the Pokemon Presents. So we'll move on. We have the PS
Yeah.
Plus Essential games for March.
Yeah, as you guys know, we always go over the PlayStation games. We used to go over Gold, but
It
Gold's gone now.
unfortunately
Yeah, but I got there's a few games here. We got Destiny 2, The Witch Queen. I'm pretty sure that's a DLC, isn't
it
it,
is.
to
Yep.
Destiny 2? Yeah. Uh Sifu, I know what that game is. That game's like a fighting game and whatnot. Hello Neighbor 2, that's a pretty decent game also. And then EA Sports F1 23. these all four of these games are going to be on PS4 and PS5. Also got here, PlayStation Plus members can also access a unique cosmetic bundle from Embark Studios, PvP shooter, The Finals. According to PlayStation Blog, the bundle includes 2 epic outfits and 12 epic skins for weapons. So,
Okay. Yeah. And also all of those games are available from Tuesday, March 5th
mhm,
to April 1st.
yeah, that's
So,
normally about where what the average
right. Yep.
the games and everything come out.
All right. Moving on to our last topic. Do you think Nintendo will win against Yuzu?
I don't know really. A mixed like opinion about it, like a mixed opinion. Like I want to actually try this emulator out and everything, but
Well, you might want to hurry just in case.
yeah, but honestly, they might just because like of how Nintendo's kind of explained it and everything.
Yeah.
They might win it just because how they're like saying everything and stuff.
Just to get it out there, emulation is not illegal. A lot of people think it is, but it's not.
Yeah, it's
Emulators
there for a
are
reason.
legal,
Like public.
but the ROMs are not legal to download offline. You have to buy them and
Yeah,
back them up yourself. That's fine. That's perfectly legal to play that way.
yeah,
So, what Nintendo's saying is, for one, the Tears of the Kingdom thing, I think that's fine. Like that's not going to be an issue. But for Yuzu, in order to be able to play the Yuzu emulator, you can't just download it and play it. You have to have product keys from an
yeah,
actual hacked Switch. You're supposed to from a hacked Switch, or you can just download them offline. So,
yeah,
um, and then also title keys to play the games, which also you're supposed to use from a hacked Switch, or you can just download them offline. I can't tell
yeah,
you where to download those from, but you can download those offline. Just Google it if you're interested. Anyway, what Nintendo's saying is the only way to get those product keys or firmware is to hack your Switch, which is obviously
yeah.
illegal. So that's where Nintendo's big counter is, that they're promoting hacking your Switch or whatever.
They're promoting like illegal stuff.
Right. So Nintendo might win. I'm hoping they don't, though, honestly. I hope they don't. I hope they lose. I hope they just leave Yuzu alone. Because I'm afraid if they shut Yuzu down, Ryu Jinx is next. And then we're not going to have any
Yeah,
major Switch emulators until probably after the Switch is, they're not supporting it anymore.
yeah, like they're gonna probably discontinue the Switch or something, maybe for the Switch 2 or something like that.
Eventually they
Who knows?
will.
Yeah, they
But,
will eventually.
but
Yeah, I like
hopefully they lose. Uh, I'm hoping Nintendo loses against Yuzu, but we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know. Honestly, I
yeah,
don't know. I'm
mhm,
hoping no. Well, I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping to answer the question. I'm hoping no. Nintendo does not win against Yuzu. I mean, I love Nintendo. Don't get me wrong. I love Nintendo. I love their products and everything, but just being able to emulate your games that you have bought
yeah,
is it's better because for me, I like to have multiple games on one system. So, like my ROG Ally, I can play Switch games, I can play Xbox games, I can
yeah.
play PlayStation games,
GameCube games,
GameCube games, all
Wii
kinds of different
games.
ones that I
Yeah,
own, that I
yeah,
legally own in one place instead of having to grab a bunch of different systems, which I have those systems. That's not, I mean, I'm definitely privileged to have those systems, but I don't want to have to plug up every system that I want to play.
yeah. Say if you want to play GameCube, you're gonna have to unplug whatever console, like your computer or whatnot, to actually hook up your GameCube.
Right, and or I could just emulate it on my PC and not have to unplug anything, just
Yeah,
switch applications over. So
yeah.
it just
Like it's
makes
not difficult at all or anything.
because especially we got I got two podcasts. I got a Twitch channel, I got a YouTube channel. I work full time. You know, I don't have time a lot of time to game. So when I do want to, I don't want to unplug and plug in a bunch of different stuff. So it just makes it
Yeah,
easier if it's all in one place for me to just play whatever I want.
like whenever Ashton streams like say any like mainly any like old game, he's
Yeah,
emulating. It's
yeah,
like an emulator.
yeah. Like what was it? A couple weeks ago,
You were
I was
playing,
playing Super Smash Brothers Melee.
yeah,
Well, I was going to play Wind Waker, but it kept crashing. But I was playing Melee. I was emulating it on my Odin.
yeah,
So yeah, most of the time I mean, I emulate stuff. A lot of people don't like it, but a lot of people couldn't even tell though if they were watching my stream. So,
yeah, exactly. They would just think you're on the
and it's legal. I mean, I can
system.
show them. I got the game right over there. I can show it to them if they want to see a legal copy of it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done rambling about emulation, but we appreciate you guys for watching and listening. However, you got it. Like Ron said at the beginning, join our Discord. We have 20 members. Once we get 30, we will have a movie night.
Yep.
Make sure to follow all of our personal and podcast Twitch, Kick, and YouTube accounts, and our podcast socials with like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, buy our merch on Redbubble and Printify. If you want custom merch, you can DM us on Discord and Instagram.
Mhm.
Rylan, do you have anything?
Uh, Not really. Just as Ashton said, follow our socials. Buy our merch, Redbone and Printify. If you want custom merch, again, DM us on Instagram, Discord. Uh, we're close to 60,000, 160,000 total downloads for the podcast, which is pretty cool. So
That's correct.
thank you
Kind of
guys for
crazy,
that.
honestly.
I know we've this month will be our 9 month anniversary. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
our 9 month anniversary is this month in 3 days. It's the second, right?
Yep.
Yeah, in 3 days, which is it's impressive how many downloads and how much support and everything we've gotten over this past 9 months. Keep in mind, this podcast will be here for years to come. So,
Right. Yeah.
well, thank you. Well, seriously, thank you guys for that. We both deeply appreciate it. You're kind of making this whole social media dream kind of
Yeah. Content
work.
creating dream come true
Yeah,
for sure. And I
which is
can't tell
awesome.
you who it is, but thanks to you guys, we did get our first official Hush Red ad sponsor. So you'll hear them in the next couple of weeks. But so it was only because of you guys, and we definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, it's awesome that we actually got this sponsor and everything.
Yeah.
Just thanks to you, everyone who listens, or to our episodes and everything. Thanks to you, we've got this.
Yeah.
So thank you.
All right, guys, we appreciate you, and we'll catch you in the next episode.